Hello, guys. Is anybody there? Hello, YouTube. How are you? I hope you are fine. Hello. We are live on YouTube. Charities Bubble USA, your #1 channel. I'm going to give it a few minutes. One person. Grace Wairimu. There you are. I knew you would be the #1. I knew it. One person is watching. I'm waiting for people. 58 seconds. One person. We'll give it a little bit of time for people to join. I'm here. 2 people. 2 people. Thank you. 2 people there watching. Thank you, Pauline Mungai. I'm going to acknowledge people here in a little bit. 5 people. Thank you for joining. Let me try and call some people here. 9 people. Thank you for joining. We'll give people 5 minutes so that they can join. And I need you to ask questions. I come here so that I can ask your questions. I can answer your questions. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate that. Wow. Thank you for joining Charities Bubble USA. I hope you are liking this video and you're liking the other videos. I hope you're watching them. And I need to know if you guys can hear me clearly. Let me pull up my chair over there. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Today is October 14, 2021. And I hope that you have done your applications. Thank you. I can see people are coming. And I need you guys to tell me if my voice is clear. 10 people. Thank you. We'll start here in a little bit. You have any question, type it there, and I will answer you. Today, I am going to keep it strict. 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. I'm going to acknowledge people here in a little bit. Charities Bubble USA, your #1 channel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for always being here, for watching my videos. I'm going to acknowledge people here in a little bit. And today I will keep it strict. 1 hour and I'll be done. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to start after 4 minutes. And I will answer your questions here. 7 seconds and we are going to start. 7 seconds and we are going to start. There we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Charity Nganga. All the way here in the US. I live in Wichita, Kansas. And thank you for joining me. I'm going to acknowledge some people here. I talk about the green card. I talk about life in the US because I need you guys to know, to keep in touch and know what's going on. Now, Grace Wairimu, hello. Thank you for joining me, Grace Wairimu. That's my #1 champion there. She's always there waiting. Grace Wairimu, hello. Notification. Oh, how are you, Mom? For your channel. Thank you for those thumbs up. Keep them coming. Hello, Bubbly Charity. That is Pauline Mungai. Thank you for joining me. Kate. Oh, Kate Opio. Hi. Hello. How are you doing? this morning. Type for me and tell me what time it is, wherever you're watching me from. Grace Orimo, we are here with you. Thank you. Oligadhi Media. Hi, Charity. Welcome from Kenya. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For joining me. Mary Mogole, hello. Grace Orimo, hello again. Loipot, wash hands. Thank you for that. Let me see. David. Oh, now people are confused. Can you tell us a different country? Now, I live in the US, David. But I was born in Kenya. I was born in Kenya, but I live in the US. So the difference is that can you tell us different country where you are born and country where you live today? What's the difference? The difference is this. For example, and I'm going to give you my own example. Let's assume that I was not a US citizen. I was filling out the green card, but I had come here to live in the US, or maybe I was living in Qatar. So the first question asked about country where you were born, where your parents gave birth to you. That is your country of birth. Country where you live today is where you went to live. If you're still living in Kenya, you will write that you live in Kenya. If you moved out and you went to live in Qatar, the country that you live today will be Qatar. So I hope that I have answered that question. Hi, Queen Coletta, here I come, watching you from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you, thank you. I always like that smile of hers. Guys, just give me a minute here. I am gonna make sure that this baby is not bothering me because she is becoming a nuisance. Give me a minute, just a minute. Come on, darling. Come on, dear. Okay, now she's gonna sit here on my lap. I don't know if you have seen my baby. I have a baby. Today I don't have a babysitter. So I think we'll work together here with this one because she won't let me. Let's see. Hello, Moidori Tege. I'm calling Cassandra. Hello. So like I said, I hope I'll talk about the country where you live now, where you're living. Now, I have a question that was asked yesterday by someone who won a green card, and they want to know if they will get the notification letter or if they will not get the notification letter. I hope you can hear me clearly. Today I have a discussion. Hope you will bear with me. This one is not letting me do anything. This live process. So I hope you get it well. Okay, now hold on. Now that person was wanting to know if he will still receive his notification letter. Now, when you apply for your DV lottery, like now you guys have done the application, now that person has already won. What happens is that they have to wait. Let's assume you checked in May. That guy checked in May. And just give me a minute, guys. I first of all get rid of this girl. Eric, you have to watch her. She won't let me, and I am like, please. She will not let me. I wanted to call her, but she won't let me. You will cry a little bit, and then you will be full. I am here. I got someone to watch her for me. It's hard when you have a baby. You cannot work. So, so guys, I was talking about this guy who was really, really worried that he hasn't received the letter to go to the embassy. Now, what happens is that when you check and you have won in May, the first week of May, it's going to be May 8th this year, they will not send, they are not going to send your second notification letter in that May. They are not going to do that. They will wait until that year ends, the fiscal year ends. After the fiscal year has ended, I told you that the government year ends on September. So from 1st of October, that is when they start, when your visa is available, that is when they start scheduling you for the interview. So he was saying that he checked and he still has not gotten the notification letter. It is still early for him to get the notification letter because, like I said, when you check in May, even the guys who have applied right now, and you check in May, and you find out that in May you have won, you have to wait for that year to end. Because when it starts 1st of October, we just started 1st of October, that is when they start sending out the notification letters, the second one, for you to go to the interview, because it has to be on a different year. I hope you're getting me correct. I don't know if you're getting me correct on that, that when you check in May, you have to wait until that year ends. So now, like now, DV 2022 ended at the end of September. So in October, they start issuing the letters when your visa becomes available. Now, when you are doing this DV lottery thing, I have some notes here that I had written about it that I want to refer to. When you do your application, you have done your application and you have done it correctly. I cannot insist on how much you need to do that application correctly, because by doing the things correctly, it increases your chances to win. Now, I'm gonna go back a little bit and tell you about the DV, because you need to understand, because not everybody that will apply for the DV is going to win. I need you to get me that that very clearly, that not everybody who has applied for the DV is going to win. So how does it come about that you find that you have won? You find that the US government keeps track. They normally keep track of the people who have won the DV lottery and they have immigrated to come and live in the US. And it depends. For example, you find that a country like Nigeria is not there. And someone was asking me a question about Nigeria. Why is Nigeria not there? It's because Nigeria, there are so many people who have immigrated to the US. If you see a country like India, it's not there. A country that like Mexico, they look at the number of people who are there. Now, after that, there are only 55,000 visas to be given for the DV lottery. I know that there is a motion that's going on, and they're trying to ask if the number can be increased to 80,000. That one has not gone on yet, but it is 55,000. So in Africa, we know that Nigeria is not there. So how do they do the selection? I told you guys, the selection depends on, first of all, the first thing is how you have done your application. Did you do it wrong? If yours was wrong, it is not going to the pool. It is not going to go there for the selection, because they have to do the best. They have to select the ones who have done their work correctly. And then what is the ratio? And of course, the application, you just do your basic things, your school, your name, all that stuff about you. And of course, you have to have the right photo. You have to have the right photo. Now, what is the ratio? That how can I tell you, like the ratio of how people win? You can find 1 to 1,000. One person, if 1,000 are there, maybe one person can win. If 1,500 are there, maybe one person can win. That's the ratio, because you find that not everybody who will win the green card will get a visa. It happens. If you win the green card, not like the people who for the DV 2022, the DV 2022, the people who won last year, they will start getting their notification letters from this year. Now, if we go the whole of from October to September 30th of next year, and you have not received your second notification letter, then you will not get it. You will not get it. So like someone for DV 2021, if you won, is it 2021? Yes, DV 2021, and their year ended in September 30th. And if they did not receive, then they are not going to receive it. On the other hand, DV 2022, that is the people who won their green card and they checked this May and they found out they had been selected. You find that those people, they will wait until the end of September of next year. If by the end of September, that last day, you have not received your notification, you will not receive it. And that is what I told you guys. Now, like mine, we checked in May of 2013, and we found out that we had won. Then they give you more instructions. After you have won, they give you more instructions about filling your DS260. And then after you fill out your DS260, because that guy was saying yesterday, and I hope he's here on this live, he was saying that he did his application in July. He has to wait because now it's when they will start issuing the second notification letters for people to go to the interview. This is when they are processing the people who won for last year. They started in October. So that is how it works. But if you won your DV 2022 and you wait October, November, December, January, and then we go to 2022 up to September, and you do not get any notification, then that means that you won, but you will not get it, because it happens. Because it doesn't mean that because you have won, you will get the letter. You get the letter when your visa becomes available. And also it depends on your number. The lower your number, your case number, the lower the faster you will get your visa. So I need you guys to get me very clearly. So that guy who was asking me that he has not yet received his letter, and that DV was for DV 2022, they will start issuing the notification letters from October, because this is their new fiscal year. It goes by yearly, and I told you guys the year ends in September. It ends in September. So I hope that I am clear on that. So let me see if there's something else that I want to do. So if you won last year and you wait until September of next year and you have not been selected, it's good to apply. Even if you want to apply and you still haven't got your notification letter, you can still apply another DV. It's okay, because you don't know, and depending on your number, and you can always go. I don't know. Yesterday I tried to share a window here, and it did not work well. 13 people are watching me. I hope please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. Let me see, acknowledge more people here before I go to that website, and I will go and come out so that you guys can tell me if you can see. I'm gonna put the WhatsApp group link here in a little bit. So that one I said about the country. Watching from Nairobi, Kenya, that is Queen Coletta. Horizon, hi guys, I'm present. Hello Charity, hello for that. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. The Horizon Mar. Rahab Kebugi, hi Charity, tuned from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you, ma'am, for the good job, and God bless you. Cecilia TV, this is home. Thank you for that. Karen Kirote, how are you doing? I don't know, I haven't seen you in a while, so thank you for joining me in this live. Now, I want to share my screen here, guys, and I want to share my screen here. I hope that it doesn't give me trouble, because I told you guys that sometimes I'm having problem with my internet, but it was fixed, so I hope it will be okay. Now let me share a screen here so that I can show you where you can go and look, especially if you have won your visa. Now it's still the same website. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and I need you guys to tell me. Let me add this stream. Hold on, let me share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab, here. So I don't know if you guys are able to see my screen there. Can you type there? I'm gonna click on the screen and then wait for a few seconds, and then I'll come back, and then you let me know if you can see the screen. All right, do this. Hold on. I'm gonna use this one. Let's see if you guys can see this window. Can you see it? Tanya Stella, thank you. Queen Coletta also. So they say that they can see it. So what happens is that, let me click on here. When you go to this is the visa bulletin for October 2021. So this is where you should go, and then you go down all the way. These are the visas, different visas there. Let's go to the DV. So this one just shows the countries. These are the regions: Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania, and South America. These are the ones that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regions that get the DV. Let's see about the visa availability here. So here we find that in Africa they will give 5,300, Asia they will give 2,700, Europe they will give 5,300, North America they will give 4, Oceania they will give 375, South America they will give 500. Now in Africa, except Egypt will get 3,000. Iran. And Iran is not there, and Nepal and Egypt. So these are the visas that are going to be issued. Now, and this is, they say that, I want to read for you. So they provide 55,000 immigrant visas each year to permit additional immigration opportunities from persons from countries from low admissions. They stipulate that beginning with DV 99 and as necessary up to 5,000, that is the number of the 5,000 annually allocated diversity visas will be made available under that program, and this will result in reduction of DV22 annual limit to approximately 54,850. So they will have 54,850 visas to disperse. So look at your number and look at the number that is the end. Look at that number that is at the end. That it starts with the F, and then you go to the end number, and that number you compare. What number is that with 54? I've read 54,850. So if your number ends with 54,850, that means that your number is very high. But if your number is lower than that, if it's lower than that, then that means that you have a higher chance of getting the visa. Now, they will start issuing the second notification letter this October up to the end of September of next year for DV 2022. If you do not get it, then you are not going to get it. And nobody is going to stop you from going to do another application. So you can still do another application because you do not know. It's only 55,000. What if 1 million people have applied for the green card and they win? Because winning doesn't relate to the numbers. It doesn't relate to the numbers. So everything plays in factor. They will only send you the second notification letter when your visa is available. If it is not available, they are not going to send you. So do not be impatient, because now this is the new year that they started. Now this year they are going to issue those visas. But if it's September 30 and you are DV 2022 and you have not received your second notification letter of September 30, 2022, then you are not going to get it. So you need to understand that. And also the ratio, I told you about the ratio, 1 to 1,000. So one person will win in 1,000 people. So still, because they give them, they divide the numbers up to with the regions. They divide the number up to the regions, and it doesn't matter if, for example, they are giving another country maybe like they're giving them maybe like 3,000. That means in that country, maybe if it's let me look here. If it's a country like Oceania, I saw that Oceania, they are getting 190. You find that if those visas are the ones that they are being given, that person in that country, even if they have a high number, a high case number, they will still get it because their number is low. But Africa, the numbers are high. So how high is your number from 55,000? How low your number is from 55,000 will determine if you will get a second notification letter or no. And I told you guys, when you apply for the DV, forget about it. You forget about it. Do not put your mind there. Wait. And of course, when you are selected, if you have been told you have been selected to process your DS-260, do not change anything in your life, because it is not a guarantee that you will get the visa. I'm not discouraging you guys. I'm telling you the facts, because we go with facts. We go with facts. So not everybody who wins the visa, who wins the lottery, gets a visa. Okay? So that is where we say that we pray. You pray, because even me, I got it. I don't remember what my number is, but I got it. So people still come in, but you have to put that at the back of your mind and know. Because some people, you'll go and check in May, and maybe you see that you have been selected, or you'll check and you see that you have not been selected. So you can be, I need you to have an open mind. You can either be selected or you cannot, or maybe you will not be selected. If you're selected, then you will go ahead and process. But does that mean that you will get a visa? No, it doesn't. Even when they give you the stamp your visa, I remember when they stamped our visa, that green paper that they gave us, it was written, getting an American visa, it is not a guarantee that you will enter United States. Because they cannot put it there 100%, simply because if anything happened, they always put that it is not a guarantee. It is not a must. Okay? So for every step that you're going through, even when you're a permanent resident for 5 years, it is not a must that you will become a US citizen. It is not. So that is why I'm telling you guys, follow the guidelines. Always follow the guidelines, guys. I need you to follow the guidelines. So let me acknowledge some more people here. Queen Collector, thumbs up there. Thank you. Paul Mangi, hello. Babo, thank you. Tuned, though I'm late in the class today, but thank you for the info. Pixel, I'm here. Take me in the register. Yes, you're teaching the register. Judy Rami, hello, Charlie. Missed your live most of the time because of work, but I am back. I never left. Thank you, Grace. Remo, hello, baby girl. Thank you for joining. And please give this video a thumbs up. Continue subscribing if you have not subscribed to my channel. I am going to, I really appreciate when I see those subscriptions. I'm waiting to get to 2,000. I think I'm below with like 50-something people. Now, so I said, the lower your number, the lower you will be, whatever, the higher chances of you getting your notification letter. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot reapply. You can reapply on the next year. So I hope that we are clear on that. Okay, now let us talk about that person who has made the application and they live here in the US. For example, you came here as a student, or you came here with a B1 visa. You came here as a visitor. Now, if you win that one, you need to go to the nearest immigration office so that you can change your status. Now, when you come here as a student to come to school, there are different regulations. That is why I told you only the green card does not have any hurdles. When you are here as a student, you find that they will give you work. You can apply to work in the college, and then you get paid. But you are not allowed to go and work outside. Okay? Now, if you have come here as a visitor, they know that you are a visitor, then you are not supposed to go and work outside. Now, if you have made a mistake of going to work and you know that you're not authorized, because they tell you that visa, they tell you, and then you decide, I am going to look for a job, and then you win a green card, and then you go to immigration, and they find out that you have worked. And you might ask me, how will they find out? Now, when you come here, everybody has their number. It is called a social security number. Now that number, it follows you everywhere you go. And that is why you hear that background check, they will want your police clearance form. Even if you live in Qatar and you have lived there for 6 months, you will submit a police clearance form for Qatar or wherever that you're living, because they believe from 16 to 18 years old to an adult and above, if you have lived somewhere for 6 months, they should be able to give you a police clearance form. So let's assume you are here, you are a student or you are a visitor and you worked, and then you have won the green card. So they will know, because everybody who is hired by companies here, they have a database whereby they enter people's names, they enter your social. Of course, if you came here as a visitor, you do not have a social security number. And they saw that this person who had been hired somewhere, they were working. Now that one, they are not going to give you the green card, even if you won and you are here in the US. They will not. Actually, they will tell you need to go home. They always give someone a chance. They tell them, you have this time, you have like 3 months, and then you have to go back home. You have to go back home. They tell you. And if you don't go back home, then you find that some people hide. And if you are caught, you will be taken home. That's what happens, because they have already, I know some people who have been given given a deadline. They are told you have to go home. And then when that time came, they had to go home. Because if you leave, if you still continue staying, you will have hurdles. You will not have anybody to hire you, especially right now. It's different. And even actually in the last administration, I remember when the last administration came in, there are so many people who they couldn't get jobs. Because when you go to look for a job, they will ask for your social. They put it in the database. They have to know if you are allowed to work or if you're not allowed to work. And that is why I tell you guys, I would not want to invite, like now I am receiving, and I'm receiving so many messages from people who are telling me, Charity, get us a job there, Charity, do this. Like I really sympathize, and I really wish there's something that I could do. But if I invited you here as a visitor, it would be very hard for me. I would be lying to you to tell you that I will get you a job. Because the first thing that they will ask you for is, do you have a social, or do you have an ID, all that stuff. And if you do not have those ones, nobody is going to hire you. I know you can come here and then you decide, you can change your visa. Let's assume you came here as a visitor. There's a way, but that one you have to involve a lawyer, because lawyers know more. And you have to pay them. They can change your visa to a student visa. I know they can do that. There are some lawyers who do that. And but you have to pay. And of course, you have to have someone who is really guiding you in the right way. But if you come here as a visitor, or maybe you tell me, Charity, can you get me a job there? I'm not able to. I can only refer you to agencies that hire people. And I have a video that I have done that on agencies. So look out for that video. It's going to be coming out in the next few days about agencies that hire people, especially nurses. I told you guys that nursing, it's in demand right now. It's in high demand right now. And if you are a nurse, you can apply. And I've done a video on those, whatever. You'll watch that video on my website about those agencies that I have talked about. So that's why I tell you guys, fill out the green card and pay hard. Pray hard that you will get it, because I know that there are some people who have gotten it and their life has changed here in the US. Now, let me talk about, I've talked about so much about that form, and I hope that people are now clear. And but if you're still having difficulty in filling that form, then you should let me know. You should let me know so that I can help you, because I cannot be able to help you if you do not let me know what your problem is. Now, like I said, the photo, please put it on the photo tool. There's other people who are giving me a website, and that website was not correct. So kindly make sure that you are following that website to check your photo. And that photo is only going to crop your photo, and that's it. Now, let me talk about teaching. I did a video there about nursing, and there was this person who was telling me about teaching. So what happens is that when you have come here and you want to pursue teaching, you can. I told you guys, you can do any job, but you have to go to school. You will go to school, you will do the application, and then, just like I said, they will gauge where you are. Of course, you will send your certificate to be evaluated so that they see your equivalency, and then they will have you do general education. You will have to go through something like math. You have to do English. You have to do public speaking. All that stuff, you have to do all those classes, and then you will do your major. You'll do teaching. You'll do your teaching major, and then after that, then you can go and teach. The process is the same. It's only that when you go to class, you take different classes because you are going to do teaching. But yes, you can come here and become a teacher. But now on teaching, it's a little bit different because you have to come and learn, especially the American English. It's a little bit different because I told you guys that there are some words that we use here and they are different from what we use at home. And you have to get used to that. You have to get used to American English because American English is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. For example, something like soda, they say pop. So you have to learn all those simple things before you go to teach. So you will go to school and you will become a teacher if you want to. If you want to become a doctor, you can still go to school and become a doctor. The sky is the limit, especially if you come here with a DV, the sky is the limit. You can even do, there are some people who come and do business administration, which is still okay. It depends on what you're doing. And I told you guys, if you have a child or maybe you yourself are an athlete, you know those people who are very good in football, they're good in basketball, they're good in running. Now, if you apply to any college in the US and you are a good runner, they will take you. They will take you and you get a lot of sponsorships, especially those athletes. The people, like if you have any athletic part in your body, you can run, you can play basketball, you can do swimming, all that stuff, guys, with athletics. And then you apply to any college and you tell them, I run, I'm a runner, I'm a long distance runner or whatever. They will take you and you find that you will get so many scholarships when you have come here to their college, because they are benefiting from you. You have something to give. So they will take you because you have something to give. Let me look at more questions here. So Jaria Nasibambi, the information is loud and clear. Thanks, Charity. Hi, Charity. That is Jacqueline Odero Omondi. Great to see you live. Thank you there. And thumbs up there. I love those thumbs ups. Oh my gosh, they fill my heart when I see those thumbs up. Now let me see some questions here. Let me see some questions here that have been asked. So guys, I hope the ones who have kids who have reached 18 years old, you encourage them to apply, because I said that they will get, and especially young people, when they come here, oh my gosh, they benefit because they go to school direct. They go to school and they have all that time in their hands. They go to school, they work, and they do great things. And even when you come here when you're 40, do not say that I'm 40 years old, I'm old. No. Here in the US, there's nothing like old. No, there's nothing like old. Actually, even you have a patient who is 90 years old, you tell them, and it's your birthday. So you'll go and you not tell them 90 years old, you say 90 years young, because there's nothing like old here in the US. Nothing like old here in the US. Now there's someone saying oh, that one was talking about I'm trying to read relevant stuff here. Now this one is saying that the site is not working when they are doing the application. And please check your internet. You have to check your internet, guys. There I cannot be able to help you. Your internet has to be perfect when you are doing your application. Now, let me talk about another thing here. You have won your green card and you have been selected. And then someone in the US, like me or someone else, calls you and tells you that now that you have won, I am going to make the process faster for you. So send me your documents and I am going to process it for you. Now, nobody can process the green card for you. Nobody can process it for you. So you have to do the process by yourself. And this is for those who have won the green card and maybe they have not filled out the DS-260. Please fill out your DS-260 correctly. And it has to flow with what you did in your application. It must flow. Whatever you fill out in your DS-260, the DS-260 is more detailed and more extensive. Make sure that the education that you put there, you put the correct one. Do not change. Unless you are waiting, maybe you graduated. If you had put like maybe some college education and you graduated, then you will write and you will give proof of that degree. So make sure that you fill out your DS-260 well. Now, I want to talk about the question about marriage, because most people are there and they are still stuck on that question. That is Edith Nyaga. That's my best friend. Watching me from Wichita. That's my best friend here. And she's given me all those thumbs up. Thank you, Edith, for that. Now, I'm talking about marriage here because marriage is throwing everybody off. Now, if you are married traditionally, I said that you can still legalize your marriage and go ahead and process your visa. Now, let's assume it's boyfriend and girlfriend, and they decide to get married. Unless you have gotten married before May 8. If you get married, if you go and check, and then you get married the next day, they will be suspicious. But if you apply, now you have done your application in October, maybe you get married in November, December, January, February, March 5th. That's fine because you have not checked and seen if you have won. But if you check and you have won and then you go ahead and get married, they will say that that is a marriage of convenience. It's a marriage of convenience. And they are very strict on those marriages of convenience. For example, even when you come here and you get lucky and you get married to someone who is a US citizen, and you know, of course, when you marry a US citizen, you have the benefits because you will get a green card through marriage, and of course, you will end up becoming a citizen. So you marry someone from here for convenience, or you marry them for papers, and they know they will not give it to you. And normally what happens is that when they refuse to give you that green card and you had gotten married, you find that even if you work anywhere in the US, you will never get it. Even after 20 years, you will never get it. Why? Because what happens is that they have records. I told you that they keep records. They even if you're talking to someone, they have a little note that they are writing stuff. So when you go back there, you will be asked a question and you will answer it differently. Because I told you, you are tested with what you are answering. If you answer it differently, especially those marriage visas, marriage sponsored, they will not give you. I know so many people who have been denied. They were married and then there was suspicion and then they keep on sending you letters and then you have to go for the interview. Now that interview is tough. It's tough. That's why I'm telling you guys, try your luck with the DV. You get the DV lottery, you don't have all those hurdles. But when you are married, if you're planning to get married, you better get married before you check. And you'll be like, how will they know that I check? Oh, they will know that you check because you are logging into their website. And when you process, they are watching that website, they know. Because you'll be like, how do they keep track of the countries that have won green card and they have come to live in the US? They know because they have a list of countries. And if your country is in the top 20 countries, all over the countries that qualify in those 6 regions, if that country is top 20, like Nigeria, they are not going to apply for the green card. So that's how it is. So you have to be accurate. That's why I'm telling you guys, whatever that you're doing, you must do it accurately. If you do not do it accurately, you know, and I'm saying this especially our Kenyans. I'm a Kenyan. You know, we are used to shortcuts. Now those shortcuts do not work here. They don't work here. It has to be truthful. So if you're planning to get married and you filled out your DV, please get married before you go and check. Because if you check and you see that you have won and then you end up getting married, they will need evidence. And if you do not have that evidence, they will deny you. If you forgot to add your family members and you want to add them after you have won, because that will happen. And I will be here with you guys. And you will see that happening on your eyes, in front of your eyes. Someone applied, now they have won, and they want to include their family. You can't do that. And it's going to be a long process. When you win, 16 people are watching me. Thank you for joining. Let me see if there's some more people that I have not acknowledged. So Lois Mehari, if you study nursing in Kenya, can you apply for a job in the US? Yes, I'll come to that question. So please do not add anybody. You cannot add anybody. It doesn't work. Like US is complete different of Kenya. You know, I've lived here now for 7 years and it's very different. So guys, I know, you know, those whatever those zile njia, let me talk in Swahili here and say zile njia za whatever za mkato, zile unajua Wakenya wamezoea kutumia njia za mkato, those ones are not here. You cannot use those ones here. So make it right, make your document right. You have to make it very right. So Joyce K. Canada, this is my friend. She talks about Canada. She talks about Canada, and she has very good information in her website. She's a YouTuber like me. I never feel shy of acknowledging people who are doing the same thing, because I feel like you guys can still benefit. If you miss to come here in the US, you can go and live in Canada, and I'm gonna invite her in my whatever she comes and tells us more about going to Canada. Now, hello Charity, if you study nursing in Kenya, can you apply for a job in the US? Yes, you can. And I have done a video on that, and it's gonna go on air like here in maybe tomorrow. And you will see those agencies. I've named all of them because then when you go to those agencies, you do the application. And right now, I know they are looking for people, because I told you guys we have shortages of nurses here in the US. Like even in our jobs, like you find that there's still that shortage. There's still that shortage. So you apply through those agencies. Of course you pay. Of course you pay, and they will walk you through. And then after they walk you through, then you will be in a position to do tutoring, especially if you are practicing in Kenya. You will do very well, because what you will do is that they will give you websites that you can study about nursing and about that exam, the board exam. I said you must do a board exam, and then you can apply, and then you can still do the NCLEX. See, even when you're still in Kenya, you can do NCLEX. When you're in Kenya, you can do it, and then you will you pass. So how do you know that you have passed? Normally, when you did our test, you don't know like immediately, because you have to wait for you to be sent for. But when we did our test, like when I did our test, if you do it and you're done, and then as soon as you're done, because you really do not know at that time, if you start reapplying for the test again, you start registering again immediately, maybe after 2 hours. You have finished your exam, and then after 2 hours, you start reapplying for the test again. You find that it will not let you do an application again, because you have already passed. That's how we knew. That's how I knew mine. Because as soon as I was done with my test, I went and started reapplying. Someone has told me, go reapply again. And if it doesn't let you reapply, then you will know that you have passed. And of course, when you pass, they will send you a notification. Then after you have passed, then you can look for those agencies, and then they normally liaise with some companies, and those companies hire people from outside the countries. But you pay the agency for them to be whatever. So I always make sure that I'm bringing the right thing and the right website, because I do not want you guys to be conned. I don't want you guys to be conned. Because even this green card thing, I know there are some people who will be conned, especially because everybody wants to move out. They want to go somewhere else where they can make their life better. And it's okay. But please make sure that you, even when you are looking, please research, do very good research. And even when you are researching and they want you to pay them money, it's always good to ask them, who have you helped? Is there anybody who can help? Look at the website, look at the reviews. You know, every website has a review. Look at the reviews of those agencies. What reviews are they getting? Because reviews are done by people, clients. And if a client is not satisfied, they will make a comment on that website, and you will know, is this a good is this a good place, or are these people taking advantage of people? Because there are people out there who have websites and they just take money from people for free. So you have to be sure. But I have that video and it's gonna go up, so look out for it, and you will see it. Okay, so I talked about Joyce there. That's my good friend there, and she talks about Canada. Now, so what else do I need to talk about? There's something else that I need to talk about. Let me see. So there's someone who is asking about the WhatsApp. I'm going to put it there here in a little bit. Let me talk about someone who wants to come and they have already reached Form 4. They have already reached Form 4. They don't have anything else that they have done. I said you can do any major. You can do any major here. So you just need to apply. You just need to do your application. Now, let me talk about the people who have won the green card and now they have processed everything and they are coming to the US. What do you expect to find? What is the expectations? Number one, I said when you come here, you process your papers very fast. And when you win your green card is when you will start thinking about the host. So that address, when you fill out your DS-260, it has to be a correct address. Otherwise, if it is not a correct address, you give the wrong one, or maybe it doesn't exist, they will know. So make sure that the person that you're talking to here in the US, and that's why I told you guys, networking is very good. Because you might not know someone in the US, but you know, maybe you know me. You have been following me here on YouTube. And I might not be able to host you personally, but I can get you someone to host you. But you have to look at networking. Look at those friends of yours and see what value is the person adding in my life. If you're not adding anything in your life, then you don't have any business to be with those people. Look for people who can help you out in situations because you will need that host. You will need that host for you to be able to process your DV. Now, I said, even in Moros, there was someone yesterday who really irritated me about they were posting something. Even what you're posting in social media really matters. They look at those things. They look at maybe, let's say, for example, I'm going to give an example here of one person here who's maybe like Edith. Edith is my friend. Now, maybe Edith has been doing bad things in Kenya. She's been posting stuff on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, you know, all those platforms. And maybe you think that nobody is seeing that. Whatever you post on internet, it doesn't go away. It stays there. And when it stays there, when you are going for those interviews is when they are like, did you write this? And then you're like, no, I didn't, whatever. Then they will not give you because they look at everything that you're doing. Now, let me see if I have another question here. I'm looking for questions here. I like to read people's questions. There was another person who is asking about letters. Please use any letters that you are comfortable with. You can use capital letters or small letters, or capitalize the big word and then do small letters, as long as you are filling out the right information. Now, scrolling through my phone here to look at the question. Now, when you are married, is it a must you have to include your spouse passport? Now, I hope it's the photo. The photo you must. But the passport, the real passport, you do not, they do not need. Only the primary applicant. And I told you guys, you know, there was another person who asked me a question. If the wife wins, will I be added there? Will I qualify? Now, US doesn't care whether you are a man or a woman. They don't care. So even if it's a woman who won or a lady, it's not, you know, like in Africa, there's that head of family and whatever. Now, it's still here, but it doesn't matter who won. Anybody can win, and the others are derivatives. Now, this other one is saying, if you're married and you don't have kids yet, can you qualify? Yes, you can qualify. It doesn't matter. The bad thing is if you do not include your family, if you have your family. But if you're single, you are single. You cannot say that you have kids and you don't have them. Then this other one is saying, I have a college diploma certificate. Where does it qualify? In educational level category. Now you say some college. You say some college because that is not a degree. Excuse me. That goes there. Now this one is asking about passport. Guys, my passport has expired. Will I still use it? Really? No, you will not. I said you will not use it. And I told you guys to check, especially the East African passports. I know that they changed. Especially for Uganda. The old one, they are not using it. That one is invalid. For Kenya, it has a deadline up to December. Now, when you use that one, make sure that you get a new one. Make sure that you get a new one, because you are not going to use that one to go and do your DS260 and all that stuff. And then when you do your DS260, that old one that you used, and it has to be valid, you will attach a copy of that and a copy of the receipts that you used to get the new one, and the new one. That is what is called supporting documentation. You will send to them, because when you send the DS260 to the Department of State, that paper, they might require more information. They will email you. They only communicate through your email. And when you are communicating with the Department of State, that is after you have won your green card, there is your case number, and there is your name, and there is your date of birth. Always make sure that every email that you're writing to them, you have written your case number and your date of birth. You have to write those ones on the email. Otherwise, if you send them just a normal email like that, and you have not written your name and your case number, and of course even your date of birth, they are not going to be able to identify you, because they only identify you with your case number. That is why you have that number there. So if you are trying to email the Department of State, because when you win and they give you that information, they have their email address there. So if you are contacting them, and that's for people maybe who want to contact them if they have won their green card, you cannot contact them if you have not won your green card. That case number, you have to put it in your email. You have to put it in your email. So make sure that you're doing that. Your staff, if they ask for more information, maybe they want to have more information about your school. Maybe they want to have more information about why you changed your passport. Maybe they want more information about why you used a temporary passport. When you are replying to them, make sure that your email, you have written your case number and your date of birth there, and you write that information. You have to do that, because if you don't, they are not going to reply, because who are they going to reply to? 55,000 people. How are you going to identify? You will not be able to identify. So guys, please make sure that you're doing that. You cannot use an expired passport. You cannot. At this level, I know anybody should know that. Do not use an invalid passport unless you're doing it for a game, and don't use an invalid passport. Can I apply without having my children's passports? Now, the passports, I want us to get clear. The passport is the booklet or the temporary permit. The other one is called a passport photo. Passport photo is the little one, and I said everybody must have that one. You must have it. Otherwise, if you do not have it, then you will not qualify. And I said those are identifiers. They are called identifiers. And even your case number, after you win, is your identifier. They identify you, not with your name. They identify you with your case number. And of course, they identify you with your date of birth. They do that. So make sure that you are adding that information there. Okay. I don't see anything, any other question. I hope, I don't know if anybody else has a question here. For Ugandan passport, it's ending next year on April 4th. So if it is current, use it, and make sure that you are using it. But if it is not current, don't use it. Margaret Kavilo is saying about green card application. My daughter is already 21. Should I fill her own application for her as an individual? No, you should not fill her own application. She should fill her application. She should do it, because it's self-explanatory. She should do it. You can guide her, but she should be able to do it for herself. After 21, they don't qualify. They do not qualify that. Now, Isla Naif is saying, hello Charity, can you tell us how to get good sponsors when we arrive in the United States and we don't know someone else living there? Now, when you win the DV, nobody is going to sponsor you. There is no sponsorship. Even your host, it is not your sponsor. You have to work hard to have a life here in the US, because you'll have everything at your disposal. You will have a job because you have the right documentation. Nobody is going to ask you. So when you come here, do not come in the mind that someone is going to help you. No, you have to come and start from scratch. Do your work. Start with the lowest jobs. Even if it's a CNA. go start with that job, even if you are living a good life, especially those people who are very rich. And then they come here in the US, they expect that if you are a manager or if you are a doctor, you're going to go and practice your doctorate. No, you have to start somewhere. Yes, you will go to school and continue practicing, but after you have passed and you have license to practice, but nobody is going to sponsor you. Nobody is going to sponsor you here. There are green cards that are called green card by sponsorship. That means that, like me, US citizen, I have applied for my mother. That is sponsoring. I have applied for my brother. That is sponsoring. You get married to a US citizen, and they will sponsor you. That means sponsoring means that they are able to help you to get that green card. That is what is called sponsoring. But the way that maybe if it's that other sponsoring whereby you think maybe someone is going to come and they will be able to support you like fully with independence, no, that one does not happen here. You have to work for your money. Actually, let me tell you guys, in Africa, you find that us, when we grow up, we have to take care of our parents, and we have to take care of maybe our siblings who are not doing well. Especially if someone is doing very well, they take care of those family members. Now here in the US, it's different. It's different. When kids grow up, they don't take care. They don't necessarily. They are not obliged to take care of their every expense of their parent. It's different. It's different. So you find that, and that is why when you are working and you have your social, the government cuts money, and then that money will be used for your retirement. It's called Social Security. It is used for your retirement because like the way you are like maybe in Africa, you find that maybe it's your parents, you feel obliged. Maybe they tell you, I want you to build me maybe a house, or I want you to do this and this, all this stuff. Now in America, it's not like that. The kids, what happens that you cannot, they are not obliged. Like it's not a must that they have to take care of their parents when they grow old. Here it's everybody for themselves, and that is why if you had a job, the government ensures that you have savings. It's cutting money from your paycheck, then that money you will use it when you grow old. That's how it happens. So sponsorship, no, that one doesn't work here. Saudi Pesa, thank you. Well done, Babos. Thank you for informing. So I talked about that one. I'm going to put the link here in a minute. And that one talked about the Ugandan passport. Now, it's been 1 hour, 1 minute, guys. And I hope that I have gone through the questions, and I have gone through that question for that guy who is waiting for the second notification letter. So he should not worry. I didn't see him here on this live. It is still going to happen. And I think I am done for today. Now, tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow I am not going to do a live. I will do another live on Saturday morning, the same time. So please bring your questions. And also that day, because I know my video will have come out about the agencies, I am going to talk about those agencies. First of all, I want you to go watch that video, and then I will come with all that information about agencies, where you can apply, and where you can go from there. Even if you didn't get a DV, you can do application there, and you can still be able to come here in the US. So thank you for staying with me. 18 people are there. I hope that you have given my video a thumbs up, and I hope that I have mentioned everybody who has come in. So until next time, my people, I'll see you on Saturday. So God bless you and stay safe.